What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Evelyn, and today I want to highlight some upcoming shows and films featuring queer lady characters. So sit back, enjoy the video, and if there are any upcoming shows or films I've missed, please let me know in the comments. Delicate is American Horror Story's 12th season, and, in my opinion, its worst ever.
It's real bad.
But it's back for its second half, with a sapphic kiss, so now I have to talk about it. Delicate is about this lady who's trying to have a baby, but unfortunately is unable to have one. That is, until a random creepy lady injects her with something that impregnates her.
Make that make sense.
And then, you guessed it, satanic baby-making shenanigans ensue.
I'm gonna give you the life of your dreams.
What would you give up for it?
Anything.
Like I said before, there is a sapphic kiss in the trailer between the main pregnant lady character and her boss.
Uh-oh, calling HR.
I'll be honest, I barely made it through part 1 of Delicate.
It was boring.
Therefore, I will not be watching part 2, so you guys will have to let me know if the sapphic kiss is anything more than a stunt, although I doubt it. You can catch part 2 of American Horror Story Delicate April 3rd on FX or Hulu.
When the sun goes down,
Eli Roth Presents The Faceless Lady is technically a TV show. More specifically, it's the first live-action virtual reality series. That's right, the show is meant to be watched in a VR headset, specifically the Meta Quest.
It's too much money.
The Faceless Lady is a horror series inspired by Irish folklore about Lady Margaret Hodnett, whose ghost allegedly haunts the real-life Belveley Castle in Ireland. The show follows 3 couples, one of whom be lesbians, who visit the castle for a competition of some sort, and it's not long before Lady Margaret's ghost starts f***ing them up.
You shall each take turns to throw the eyes.
oh my god.
Now, because I am legally poor, I do not own a Meta Quest, but if I did, I would never watch a horror series in it, because
just keep playing it, just keep playing it. It's finished, it's almost finished, relax.
But Meta is kindly making the first 2 episodes of The Faceless Lady available for anyone to watch on Crypt TV's Facebook page. I have to say, I did read the folklore story about Lady Margaret, and
It's pretty fucked up.
I'll link it in the description, but all I could say is, men are trash.
No, not all men, okay?
You can catch Eli Roth Presents The Faceless Lady April 4th at 5 p.m. Pacific in Meta Horizon Worlds. It's also available on demand, however that works in VR. And like I said, the first 2 episodes will be up on Crypt TV's Facebook page. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to direct your own mother in a lesbian love scene?
What the hell is wrong with you?
But you know who has directed their own mother in a lesbian love scene? Hurley. Strictly Confidential is a steamy thriller that follows Mia, a young woman determined to get to the bottom of her best friend's suspicious death. And of course, Mia's investigation takes place on a Caribbean island full of super hot, secretive people who are all probably f***ing each other.
Rebecca? Rebecca! Rebecca!
Now, after having watched the trailer, I'm sure Strictly Confidential is fine. I mean, it's probably okay. It was written and directed by Hurley, the son of Elizabeth Hurley, the same Elizabeth Hurley who gets lady plowed in the trailer. You can watch Strictly Confidential April 5th in limited theaters as well as on VOD.
I need a do-over. How did we end up this way?
Beacon 23 is back for its 2nd season, and if you'll recall, this is the Cersei Lannister hard sci-fi series about a lighthouse in space, or something like that. So I did not watch Beacon 23's first season because it's on MGM+.
What the hell is even that?
But I believe Lena Headey's character had a sapphic romance in the first season, so I don't know, maybe she'll have another one this season. Or maybe her character is dead. I will say the show has received incredibly mixed reviews, so if you've watched it, definitely let me know in the comments what you thought. The 2nd season of Beacon 23 premieres April 7th on MGM+.
I went to the doctor, I went to the mountain.
The long-awaited Indigo Girls documentary, It's Only Life After All, is finally hitting theaters.
But something about what you had to be as a girl didn't fit in with what we wanted to be as the Indigo Girls.
It's Only Life After All is a behind-the-scenes look at the decades-long career of the Indigo Girls, two of the first openly gay women in the music industry. And look, there's nothing I love more than a good rockumentary, and this one has been critically acclaimed since its Sundance Film Festival premiere. But if you want to watch It's Only Life After All in theaters, the documentary is dropping in theaters for one night only on April 10th. Although some cities have a slightly different release date, I'll drop a link in the description with all of the cities and corresponding dates, and if you're unable to make a screening, It's Only Life After All will be released digitally on May 7th.
So what are you gonna do when the world don't orbit?
Heartbreak High is back for its second season. Now, this is the hit reboot of a 90s Australian show of the same name, which itself was a spin-off of a movie called The Heartbreak Kid about an affair between a teacher and a student. Anyway, our girl Amory is back at it again and still seems to be just as hated as ever.
Everyone hates me. Again.
No one even remembers what happened.
Amory is an asshole. Amory's an asshole.
Now, I haven't watched the first season of Heartbreak High because I prefer my teen shows made for adults. But I've heard really good things about the show, including that it's super duper queer, and I do believe there is a sapphic couple in Amory's friend group. You can catch the second season of Heartbreak High April 11th on Netflix.
So wake me up when it's all over.
Under the Bridge is a true crime series based on a book of the same name about the brutal murder of a 14-year-old girl who went to a party with her friends and never returned home. This happened in 1997 in Victoria, Canada, and in this show, the book's author, Rebecca Godfrey, teams up with a local police officer named Cam, and the two of them investigate the hidden world of the accused killers, who happen to be teenage girls.
You just show up in the middle of my homicide investigation?
I'm writing a book. People will tell me things they're not going to tell you.
Now, Cam and Rebecca are arguably the show's main characters, and both of them are, in fact, queer. So if you're interested, Under the Bridge premieres April 17th on Hulu. Ahead of the Curve is a fascinating documentary about the founder of Curve magazine, Franco Stevens. Now, as someone who used to have a subscription to Curve, I am ashamed by how little I knew about the magazine and how it came to be. And trust me, it is a wild story involving a lawsuit against the magazine by Catherine Deneuve. Yes, that Catherine Deneuve.
There wasn't a glossy magazine for lesbians anywhere.
She decided, I'm gonna make one. That's total rock and roll.
The documentary is full of amazing conversations, interviews, and just lesbian history. Ahead of the Curve will be available to stream April 22nd on Netflix. That is it for the video. I want to give a quick shout out to my newest patrons, Rosie and Patty.
That's why I call you my friend.
I also have to shout out my Big Spender patrons, Angel, Citizen Ruth, Mary, Angie, JC, and Lucia. Also, in case you guys haven't heard, there is a brand new Gap the Series spin-off series called Blank the Series, and apparently it's quite controversial.
That little girl is a child.
So of course I have to cover it on Patreon.
Maybe I'm part of the problem.
As always, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to let me know which show or film you're most looking forward to. I'll see you in the next one.